Actually, now there's stuff we're not even
Now you start. Listen. Okay, when I have a... We have to do something about these markers. Alright, when I have a 1, 2, 3 term, and there's nothing in common, I can't greatest common factor this, I have to list what gives me x squared. What gives me x squared, Jonathan?
Good job.
X times x, right? How many different multiples of 8 are there? What are
2 and 4.
multiples of factors?
8 and 1.
8 times 1
And 2 and 4.
4 times 2.
Yes, sir.
Now, since this sign is minus, I'm looking for the
Difference.
difference. Alright, the difference of 2. Alright? For difference of 2. And I want it to be negative. Okay? So, is 8 and 1, are they 2 apart? No.
No.
Is 4 and 2
Yes.
2 apart? Yes.
There's your proof.
Okay? So, there's my chin and grin, right? Kayla? I'm going to take x times x. Many of you did not double check yourself. Which one has to be plus, which one has to be minus?
The 4 has to be plus.
That's right. No, that's wrong.
Oh,
minus, right? Because you need the negatives to win.
Oh, God.
All right? All right, and then this has to be plus. Questions? Number 2. I have 6x and x, or 3x and 2x. 12. A lot of things give me 12 when I multiply, right? Remember your teacher flashing cards at you? When did you say 12? When 3 times 4 was up there, and 6 times 2 was there, and just maybe it'll be 12 times 1. Okay? What's going to give me 17 when I add? Is it 18 and 4? Yes or no?
No.
18 and 4, no. Is it 24 and 3?
No.
Is it 36 and 2?
No.
No. Is it 6 and 12? That's 18.
No, wait, no, it's 18.
Okay? Is it 72 and 1? No. How about 6 and 12?
Yeah. No.
No. Okay, so let's go here. Is it 9 and 4? Or 8, sorry, 9 and 8.
No. Yes.
It is 9. It is 8. Okay? Got it? So, 3x has to be with who? Who 3x have to be with?
Wait, what?
Okay, 3x had to be with who? 3.
So put it on the other side.
Alright? Who did 2x have to be with?
4.
2x had to be with a 4. Now, what was the sign of both of them? What multiply gives me a positive? Plus times plus or minus times minus? If this is minus, okay, I need to add them. Minus, another minus gives me more minus, right?
Yeah.
Check it out. That's a negative 8x. This is a negative 9x. And they total up to be negative 17x, which was my target. Okay?
Yeah.
Pause. I got 2x times x. Alright, and then negative 2 is just 2 times 1. So it's really hard to mess this one up, right?
No.
What should go together? 2 times 2, right?
Yes.
X times 1. Why? So I'm looking for the difference again. Alright? Isn't this 4x?
Yeah.
Isn't this 1x?
Yeah, it's going to be negative 1.
And if I take a positive 4 and add a negative x, I'll get my 3x, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the right one. So I got to have my 2x go with who? And this is where we messed up. Okay, 2x has to be with who?
2.
A 2. Some of you just put 2x minus 2x minus 1. That's not right. You have to make sure 2x is with the 2. And you have to make sure x is with who? X is with who?
1.
A 1. What does 1 have to be?
Negative.
1 has to be a negative.
2x.
Okay? We good?
Yeah.
All right. 4. What gives me 6x squared? 6x times the x. Feel free to respond. 3x, good, and 2x. Now, how many different things give me 10?
10 over 1. 10.
10 times 1 or 5 times 2. I need a difference of
7.
7. Very good, Jonathan.
Positive.
All right, which one's it going to be? Is it 60 and 1, 6 and 10? Is it 15 and 4, 6 and 10? I missed somebody. Which one did I miss?
You missed.
Huh?
No. You good? Good.
What's going to give me 7?
3 and 4. But there
2
is
times 10, 3 times 4. No, no, no.
5 and 2.
5 and 2?
Yeah.
What do you mean 5 and 2? This? 10
No.
and 6?
Oh, never mind.
3, 20.
1, 6, and
This is
5
good.
and 2.
This one.
Okay.
Or 1 to
Say
5.
it again?
1 to 5 and 6 to 2. It's
1 to 5 and 6 to 2.
That's 12.
yeah, but if you put a negative or wait,
Questions on that?
so
He didn't even question it.
He wants the 6x times 2, that gives him 12x, right? He wants the x times 5, that gives him 5x.
Yep.
He needs a positive 7x. So he wants the 12 to be plus and the 5 to be minus. Okay? It's positive 12 minus 5x is a positive 7x.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, awesome. All right, so that must mean this is plus, that must mean this is minus. So my answer has to be 6x with who? 2, positive 2. And it has to be x with who? Negative who? 5. Okay? Questions? How many of you took your calculators and checked it? Anybody? All right.
Get calculators.
How about this one? This is a special case, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
This is square root of 4x squared. This is the difference, right? Of 2 perfect squares. Okay? What's the square root of 81? Square root of 81 is 9. So how many of you put 2x plus 9?
Minus
2x minus 9. And even if you didn't, you could have gone 4x times x, 2x times 2x. You could say 81 and 1, 27, and 3, or 9, 9. And you would have found out that, hey, if this and this were equal, 18x, 18x. One of them has to be plus, one has to be minus for me to get 0x. Okay? Good. This one here. 2x times x, right? And then we just did 12 somewhere. Okay? It's 12, 1, 6, 2, and 3, 4. Which combination will give me a, say difference?
Difference.
Difference of 5. How about 8 and 3? Isn't 8 minus 3, 5? I want the 8 to be a negative 8x. I want 3 to be a positive 3x. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, that must mean the 4 has to have what sign in front of it?
Negative.
Negative. And the 3 has to have what sign in front of it? Positive. Make sure you do your chin and your grin here. This one has to be with who? And I don't care which one you choose first. I'm going to put 2x. Has to be with who? Has to be with who?
3.
Okay, 2x has to be with
4.
who?
Negative 4.
Negative 4. And x has to be with who? Positive 3. Okay? So that means there is a number or a letter or both that go into each one of those terms. Okay? If I take the 6x squared, break it down, that's 3 times 2 times x, right? 3x is what? A 3 and an x. And 18 is what?
Oh, 1.
18 is 2 times 9, and 9 is 3 times 3. Correct?
Yes.
You with me?
Yeah.
Alright, they all have a 3 in common, right?
Yes.
Is there anything else they have in common?
Yes, sir.
Nothing at all. So the greatest common factor here should have been 3. Okay. Again, nothing in common, right? I'm going to use FOIL. And I use the chin and grin method. What gives you 12x squared? Right? What else?
4.
And one more. Yes. 2x.
You can't see it right there on the camera because there's a glare.
Okay, well then move a little bit. Alright, so what gives me a 5? The only thing that gives me 5. 5 times 1. So I have to find what? Difference of 11. Now which one has a difference of 11? How about 15 and 4? Right? Isn't 15x and 4x 11 apart? Right? I need a negative 11. So the bigger number has to be minus. The smaller number has to be plus. We cool? So 3x is with who? 3x is with who? 5. Positive or negative? Has to be negative, right? Because that needs to be negative 15x. Who is the 4x with?
Negative 5.
4x is with a negative. No. 4x is with who? 1. Okay? With 1. So, what are the factors? Answer is C. Okay? This one, I'm looking at 2x squared minus an x minus 15. Similar to this one, right? Looking for a difference. Negatives have to win. Gotta win by 1. All that good stuff. What gives me 2x squared? Very good. And what gives me 15?
15 and 1.
1 times 15 and one more. 3 times 5. Okay? Well, which one do you think it is? 2x times 3 is 6x, right? And x times 5 is 5x. So I have 6x and I have 5x. Okay? Who has to win, positives or negatives?
Negatives.
Bigger number has to be minus, so you must be a minus, you must be a plus. Okay? 2x goes with -3. X goes with +5. What's my answer?
B.
I think it's A. It doesn't matter if they're switched around. 2 times 3 is the same thing as 3 times 2, right? Right? Okay? Okay, put that away.
Pick it up.
It was already drawn on this.
It's already drawn on there? Does everybody know the formula for the area of a rectangle? Length times width. Very good. Even though you've memorized it, they'll give it to you on a formula chart, right? I am looking for, look, that's plus, right? So this ought to be easy. The sums have to equal 14. I have 3x times x. What gives me 8? 1 and 8. 4 and 2. Okay? What combination do you want? Levi?
You know, 4.
How about 3 and 4 is 12? X and 2.
4.
X and 2 is 2x, right? That'll give me 14x, right? They're both positive. So, I need 3x to be with the 4. I need the x to be with the 2. Okay? And remember, they gave me one of the sides. All right? They gave me the width. They're asking for the length. So if this is the width, this must be the length. What's my answer choice? Or what's my answer? A, right? Number 11. You gotta kind of hurry here, class.
One more.
All right, isn't this a perfect square and this a perfect square?
Yes.
Yes. I wonder, the square root of that is 2x. The square root of 9 is 3. Okay? What's 2 times 3? 6x. So if I had this, I would have it, right? Because 2x times 2x is 4x squared. Positive 3 times positive 3 is 9. And you just told me 6x and 6x will give you that 12x. It's a perfect square. It says it's a square, doesn't it? Doesn't it? It says it's a square. Dead giveaway. All right, so it's what? It's not A, it's C, right? C. Okay? Let's go next. Yeah. Area of a garden. It must be a rectangular garden, even though they don't tell me. All right? Whoever made this test, they forgot to put rectangular garden. Okay? But it doesn't matter. It says the area of the garden is this. Oh, maybe it could be a triangle. Because all they want to know is if this is 18. If x equals 18, and any time if I see something equals something, they're interchangeable. All right? I can take out x's, take you out, and put in place of you an 18. Take you out, put in place of you an 18. So 18 plus 3 is 18 plus 3 is 21. And 18 minus 7 is 11. So it must be a 21 by 11. Do I care which one's the length, which one's the width? Probably not. The length's usually the longest one. But anyway, what's my answer? D, right? Length is 21, width 11. Number 13 down here. I have 2x times the x is the only thing that gives me 2x squared. I got 25 and 1, 4, 5 times 5. Okay? Which one's it going to be? It already told me that it's x and 5, right? So the only other matchup would be 2x times a 5. You with me? Anytime they give you one of the sides, it's pretty easy. Alright? So x needs to be with who? 5. They're both 5, right? So 2x has to be with who? 5. They're both plus, right? I know they're both plus because multiplied gives me a positive, added was a plus. Got it? All right. Plus 3 equals 0, and 2x minus 3 equals 0. To get rid of a plus 3, you subtract 3. X equals a negative 3. That's one of the solutions. This one, I have to add 3 to both sides. 2x equals a 3. How do you get rid of a times 2? Divide by 2. So I'm going to divide by 2, and this is algebra. We can leave it 3 over 2. Okay?
Teachers, please pardon this interruption, but I do need to make an announcement.
Factor it first, right? Or I can use the quadratic formula. It doesn't matter. But this one, since it's just an x times an x, I want to probably do the fastest method, and that's factoring. What gives you 16 when you multiply? It gives you 10 when you add.
8 and 2.
8 and 2. So you know it's this one, and you know it's this one. Where do they have to be? Where do they have to be? Both of them minus, right? Minus times minus, plus, and then negative 8 plus a negative 2 is a negative 10. So, x minus 8, x minus 2, if it equals 0, what number minus 8 is 0? 8. What number minus 2 is 0? 2. 2 greatest common factor problems on the test, alright? You're looking at what they have in common. 6 is 2 times 3, and I got x times x to get me the x squared. Alright? What gives you 8x?
8, 1.
Okay, no, we're going to go 2 times 4, 4 is 2 times 2, and then I have an x. What do they both have in common?
2, 2.
They both have a 2 in common, and they both have an x in common. Alright, so this is my greatest common factor. So, I'm going to take out a 2x. Alright, what's left, or what I like to do, is 2x times what will give me a 6x squared? 3x.
3x.
Okay? I have this plus sign. And now, what would I take 2x times to get 8x?
4.
2 times 2, 4. Okay? Now that you have the factors, Kevin, we're going to set them up equal to 0. I'm just going to put this over here to 0. Alright? What number times 2 will give me 0? 0. So if I divide by 2, x equals 0. Alright, what number times 3 plus 4 will give me 0? I have to do what first? Subtract 4. After I subtract 4, I got 3x equals negative 4. How do I get rid of a times 3?
Divide by 3.
Divide by 3. In algebra, I can leave it just like that. I got 0 and negative 4 over 3. Pause it. Let's go to the next one. They're asking for the roots. Many of you were able to factor it. You said, hey, x squared is x times x. You said that 8 was either 4 times 2 or 8 times 1. Okay? You saw that this is a plus. I'm looking for a sum. This is a minus. They both must be negative. What gives you a 9? 8 and 1. Negative 8x and negative x is a negative 9x. Good morning. Okay? So, now that you have the factors, your x is with a negative 8 and the other x is with a negative 1. You have to set them up equal to 0. What number minus 1 is 0?
Plus 1.
1.
1. Alright, so if I add 1 to both sides, I get x equals 1. What number minus 8 is 0?
Plus 8.
If I add 8 to both sides, it must be an 8. Bless you. Okay? So the roots are 8 and 1. I would put C. Now, what else could you do? If you put a 1 in here, what's 1 times 1?
1.
What's a negative 9 times 1? All right, plus 8, what does it give you?
17. Negative 17.
No, it gives you 0.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's kind of hard to
because
see.
1 minus 9 plus 8 equals 0.
Oh, it's
1 minus 9 is negative 8 plus 8 equals 0.
Mr.
Okay.
Nice. That light is making it hard to see the problem.
Just move a little bit.
Alright.
All right.
If I just.
And then what was the other one? 8? 8 squared minus 9 times 8 plus 8. I wonder if that's 0. Okay? I get 64 minus 72 plus 8. I'll put these two together. And that's 64 minus 64. So yes, that is 0.
That is getting.
Okay? So there's 2 ways you could have
Right
done it
there.
with multiple choice. All right, you can pause now.
My hand was blocked.
Jacob, everything that's done on there is recording.
Yeah, I know.
So when you ask either the line or
I think you need a new filmer.
we're fine with the film.
Excuse me, Ms. Greenhouse, do you have that sign-in sheet for me?
So we're going to use chin and grin or foil method to solve this one. Okay? What's the only thing that gives me x squared? X times an x. What are some things that give me a 10 when I multiply?
10 times 1.
10 times 1 and
2 and 5.
5 times 2. Which one of those is difference of 3?
5 and 2.
5 times 2. Great, so you got the right factors here. You have to make sure x is with a 5 plus or minus?
No, mine.
Minus, right? Because I want a negative 5x plus 2x to give me the negative 3x. Okay? And I want the other x to be with who?
Plus, like that.
Positive 2. Okay? What makes these zeros? What number plus 2 is 0?
Negative.
Negative 2. And what number minus 5 is 0?
Positive 5.
Positive 5. So isn't that this answer right here?
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Number 19. Carly, let's scroll down. If you can get 19 and 20 on there. Go ahead and move it up or down some more. Get them both on there. It's stuck? Okay, that's fine. Okay. Number 19. Looking for roots again. Okay? Well, look at this and this. Is there 2 numbers that you think of?
Yeah.
Huh? It's not 35 and 1. Because 35 times 1 will give me 35, but added will not get me a 12. Okay? The only other one is 7 times 5, isn't it? And 7 times 5 is 35. 7 plus 5 is 12. Again, I'm looking for the sum there. Now I know that those 2 numbers are minus signs, okay? Because I need a negative 12x. This is a negative 7x. This is a negative 5x for a total negative 12x. So, one x has to be with the negative 5, the other x has to be with the negative 7.
Negative.
Now,
Positive 7.
since we're solving and finding the roots, yes, positive 7 minus 7 is 0. And positive 5 minus 5 is 0. Okay? Which one of these? D, right? Since 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Negative 5? No, it's 5. 7 and 5 were the solutions, okay? What's the coordinates? That's 5, 0, and that's 7, 0. Okay? And they just had one of them. We just had one of them. All right, and we're looking for the roots. We've already determined the roots are where it crosses the x-axis. Okay? This particular table, if I plotted all the points, has 2 points that cross the x-axis. It's where y equals a 0. Remember the problem before? Y has to be a 0. So I'm just looking right in here for the y to equal a 0. And where is that? What's that one?
-3.
-3, 0, and how about this one?
-4, 0.
No, just a positive 4, 0. So I need -3, 0, positive 4, 0. Those are the solutions. What's my answer?
It's C.
It's C.
-1/2.
Okay? Easy enough? All right, there will be a retest next Monday.